Welcome my guest, Peter Bisuito, an internationally known comedian, writer, producer, director, and actor, and knitter. Selling out shows in 5 countries. Oh, crochet.
I'm not that gay. I crochet, I don't knit.
Pretty gay, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty gay. So he's selling out shows in 5 countries, including his 2 sold-out shows at the Broward Center for the Performing Arts in Fort Lauderdale. 2 years ago, he created and wrote a pilot episode to a new sitcom called Vent and Chester, which went on to win a bunch of awards at film festivals. Unfortunately, the freaking pandemic shut it down. So Peter decided to rewrite the script into a 2-act play. He's also a huge advocate, which is why I love Mr. Peter. Until I found out this, I didn't like him so much. He's a huge advocate for dog rescues and uses his new YouTube video podcast called Ask a Naked Guy Crocheting to raise money in rescuing dogs from slaughterhouses in China. Welcome, Peter.
Hi, Fay. What? How are you? I'm crocheting, so I'm really good.
I see.
Yeah.
Do you ever get your penis stuck in there?
I've crocheted penis cozies.
Oh, there's such a thing as penis cozies. I need to get one for all my gay boys.
Okay.
Oh, so let's start off with my big funny Peter.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Ask a Naked Guy Crocheting idea.
Yeah.
Where did that all come from? I mean, I know that Peter is like another way to say pee-pee.
Yeah, it's slang for penis.
It is slang for penis.
I stepped on stage for the very first time as a stand-up comedian 10 years ago, and the name of my show was My Big Funny Peter, because I'm big, I'm funny, and my name is Peter, so you can interpret it any other way you want.
Okay.
But I just thought that was kind of a cool brand name, so it just kind of stuck with me. So I have the website, mybigfunnypeter.com. And it just kind of evolved from there.
I like that.
Yeah.
So you're big, funny, gay Peter.
Mm-hmm. My Big Funny Peter.
Mine.
You don't have to say gay. People already automatically know that.
By the hairy chest? Does this bother you that a lesbian is touching your chest like this?
No, it'll cost you $10 though.
Do I need a tetanus shot after this? I need to know. So these are some of the items that you are selling to help the doggies, right?
Yes. This is all on my website, nakedguycrocheting.com. So I used the show that I created a little over a year ago now, because it was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So my whole world shut down. So I said, well, what can I do?
Everybody's world.
Well, yeah, but I don't care about them. But I wanted to continue to make people laugh and entertain people, so I thought of this show that I can do out of the comfort of my own studio. I have a studio at home, and I use it not only to make people laugh and continue to entertain people, but raise money for dog rescue.
Yeah.
I love dogs are better than people, so we have to raise money for them.
I have to agree with that. So tell us a little bit about what's going on in China with the slaughterhouses. China, every once in a while, I'll see a news story or something will pop up on a feed, but not really know too much about what that entails.
Well, basically, what we do to cows, chickens, and pigs here, they do to dogs out there.
Eat them?
They eat them, but they don't just.
Like my Luna? They eat them?
So the Chinese believe that, well, first of all, there's no animal protection rights in any of the Asian countries. You can do whatever you want to an animal, you can't get in trouble. So there's this whole, industry where people are not only killing the dogs, because the Chinese believe that the more fear and pain a dog experiences, I'm going to cry.
No, it's okay. I'm going to cry.
The more pain and fear a dog experiences, the better their meat tastes, because the adrenaline flows through the muscles and it makes the meat taste better. So not only are these dogs killed, but they are tortured for months before they're killed. And then they're sold. Every year they have what's called a Yulin Dog Meat Festival, where tens of thousands of dogs are released from these warehouses that they have been sitting in for months, tortured, and people just kill them in the streets.
That's horrible.
It's what's going on in China.
I think I'd move to Russia first.
So I'm just, with my little dog and pony show here, I'm trying to make a difference. We haven't raised that much money, but every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps.
Absolutely. So.
And have you always been a dog lover?
Oh my God, are you kidding? I love dogs.
I rescue dogs on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So this is just such a wonderful thing that you do. So somebody can go on your website right now and buy one of these bad boys.
Yeah.
This is the one I'm going to buy.
Yeah, these are great stuff. If you donate $100 or more, you get a free scarf.
Woohoo!
This one.
And I love the patriotic one.
Isn't that fun?
Like, I love this.
Isn't
This
it
is so
fun? And
cool. This
some
is
of them-
one of the many that you can get if you want to go on his
and
website and grab one.
some of these, like they have a hat, but they have the scarf that matches. You know, like this one. You can
And if
buy
I
this as a
want
set.
the penis cover, I mean the penis koozie. Sorry, that matches
Well,
it.
I have
For,
I have to make those specifically because each penis is a different size. So. You have to-
Oh, okay.
This is my favorite scarf.
So, like, if it was for your pee-pee, then it would be, you would need a big one like this?
Google me.
I asked. These are things, like, how would I know, like, okay, like, I've got, like, 10 gay boys. So how would I know which size to buy them?
You have to send me a mold.
I can just imagine my gay boys right now are like, I'll send him a mold. He's hot.
Send me a
Daddy.
picture. Send me a picture with like a dollar bill next to it. So
Oh
I
my
know.
God. So you just finished up a show, The Vet in Chester.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my
so
God.
how did that go?
Oh
Let's talk
my
about
God.
that, because if I cry some more over the dogs, I'm going to kill you. These lashes are expensive.
So the show started out as a sitcom, and it won some awards at film festivals, but then it was shut down. So during the pandemic, I decided to rewrite it into a 2-act play, which I did, and we performed it last holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
I funded the whole thing, which was not a lot of money. So, we kind of performed it at a church, and it was kind of an amateur version of the show, but
people loved it.
People
I heard you had
loved
standing
it.
O's and
Every
everything.
night,
And I don't
standing
mean
ovation.
orgasms. I mean ovations. Yeah.
well, the standing ovations were giving me orgasms.
Woo!
So, it went over really well. So now that the show is over the past couple of months, I've actually devised a business plan on how the show can make millions of dollars. It's a solid business plan.
Okay.
So I'm looking for backers or people who want to invest in the show. It would cost about $100,000 to $150,000 to launch my idea. But the return on investment could be millions. And
Do
I've
you
got a
hear this?
solid business plan to do so.
This could be the next Rent.
Yeah, yes, it can. Yes, it can. So if you have $150,000 and you want to turn it into millions, contact me.
Seriously. What's the premise of the show?
Oh, God, the plot is so thick.
And how did you go from a sitcom, like a 30-minute, to a 2-act? Like, was that difficult in doing
the show's
two?
about an hour and 45 minutes, but I wrote the whole thing myself. I don't know how to answer that question, sweetie. Just the idea just came to me. I come from a theater background. That's my home.
Do you sing?
Like I sing, but it's
But not well.
It's my weakest talent. I was in musical theater for years, but it was mostly because of my physical comedy, my dancing. I was a very talented dancer back then. But my singing, my weakest talent. But
What's your best talent?
I'm in bed, aren't I? This is my best talent.
Peter's so dirty.
I have a lot of talents, but no, I mean, so that's why I just decided to bring it home, to rewrite it into a 2-act play, because that really is my
passion.
My passion is live
Yeah.
theater. So
I think it's going to work.
and it was the best idea. Like, it was a really great idea, and I'm glad I did it. And I just need to go forward with it. It's a great show. It's about 2 middle-aged men, gay men, living in Fort Lauderdale as roommates. It's sort of like The Odd Couple meets Laverne and Shirley.
I love that.
But there's a really thick plot. There's a big twist at the end of Act 1 that nobody expects.
They all die.
No.
Oh, no.
And then there's another twist in the middle of Act 2 that nobody expects, and then there's a surprise ending. So there's just, the audience is constantly on the edge of their
feet.
seat.
Yeah, I love that.
It's a great show.
And you know how we are in the LGBTQ plus community. Like, if you don't get our attention, we let you know real quick.
Yeah. Well, we were getting a lot of great comments on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. So here's the thing, sweetie. I'm my biggest critic. Like, it takes a lot for me to impress myself. Okay, I'm not one of these people that does something and think everything that I do is great. On the contrary, I'm very hard on myself. I said hard on.
You said hard on in my bed.
But the play Event in Chester, I know with every fiber of my being that is a great show that can go on to do much bigger things.
So I know that you say that you don't like to be thought of as a writer. That you write your shows, but like, how do you like to be referred as like the creator of it all?
Well, who said I didn't like to be referred as the writer?
Oh, I read somewhere that you didn't want to be that's not is like your main thing.
Well, I mean, I just consider myself a jack of all trades. I love writing, I love producing, I love directing, I love acting. I love it all, really. So
Just not singing.
I love to sing.
You just don't sing it well.
I just don't know.
I know.
I wish that's my biggest regret, is not doing the singing lessons throughout my life. I mean, I can quack out a song. It's just, it's a lot of effort.
But it's worth it. It's worth it. So let's go back to the No Dogs Left Behind.
Okay, yeah. That's the organization that I raise money for.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so they're the ones that are there with the boots down on the ground
Oh my
in
God.
China doing what others can't.
And it gets dangerous because them killing dogs and selling their meat, that's their way of life. That's how they make their money. So now No Dogs Left Behind, they go there and they're trying to shut down all these slaughterhouses. They're trying to shut down people's
Livelihoods.
So
Yeah.
they literally, it gets violent sometimes. They've been shot at.
What?
They've been raided by the police. Some of their shelters have been shut down. These guys are it's a war. It's what it is.
But if they're selling this meat as just like we do chicken and cow and et cetera, how does this ever get solved? It's kind of like a never-ending battle.
Well, I don't know if it's ever going to get solved, but at least in the process, tens of thousands of dogs are being rescued every year. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Even though it's probably, it's sort of like people from China coming here trying to tell us not to slaughter cows or pigs or chickens anymore.
We're going to be like, are you serious? Like, that's not going to happen.
Never going to happen. But at least, in the meantime, we are saving thousands and thousands, and we're not. No Dogs Left Behind isn't the only organization that's doing this. I mean, there's the Humane Society. There's hundreds of organizations that are doing exactly what No Dogs Left Behind are doing. So dogs are being saved quite a bit, So.
What else can we do? What else can we do here? We could buy your stuff.
You can buy my stuff.
We can go to your website.
Go to my website, nakedguycrocheting.com. You can watch my show. It's a fun show. It really is. It's like a late night talk show. There's stand-up comedy segments. There's funny video segments. I have a sidekick. His name is Darren Thompson. Everybody knows Darren. He's a barber. And then there's a segment where I sit in a recliner crocheting naked while people ask me questions.
And what do they ask you about?
Oh, everything. Watch the show.
Like
it's
current
so much
events
fun.
about yourself
Everything they ask.
And it doesn't stop your crocheting?
No, I just continue to crochet. Like, ask me a question.
How many men did you sleep with last year?
During the pandemic? Just my husband.
That didn't stop you. How many men did you want to sleep with last year?
Oh my God. Honey, we live in Fort Lauderdale.
Would you sleep with Putin?
Would I sleep with him?
You're not supposed to answer me the question. Tell me the question back. You're supposed to just answer.
If he stopped his shit, yeah. If that's what it took for him to stop his fucking insanity, yeah, I'll take it up the ass for the team, I'll take it up the ass for Ukraine. Here, hashtag, take it up the ass for Ukraine.
Oh, you heard it here first.
Well, come on, man. Jesus Christ, this guy's insane. I think everybody should take it up the ass to end what he's doing.
And you wouldn't be wrong.
I wouldn't be wrong.
And you wouldn't be wrong. So, Peter Bisuito, thank you so much for being on.
And it's not like it would hurt. I mean, Putin.
It would hurt a little bit.
No, it wouldn't. Putin, please. I mean, come on.
Do you think he has a small penis?
I almost guarantee it.
Do you think that this would be enough to make his cozy? I have to ask. I mean, for measuring purposes, just so I know.
I just need a few feet of yarn for his penis cozy.
And we'll send it straight to Russia with love from Peter Bisuito.
And Fay.
And Fay what?
I'm changing my brand name.
To what?
Peter what?
It doesn't work as well.
We can be Fay and Peter what?
I would need to get hair on my chest, and I refuse to do that.
Well, this is a stick-on. I can just have you borrow mine.
Peter Bisuito, thank you for being on our show. Please tell our folks again about your YouTube channel and also your website.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel, My Big Funny Peter. My website is mybigfunnypeter.com. To buy crocheted goods is nakedguycrocheting.com. And the name of my YouTube web series is Ask a Naked Guy Crocheting.
I'm definitely going to watch that.
Thank you, Faye.
Thank you so much for being in bed with me, Papito. Thank you so much.
I'm sweating my balls off.
Are you? Well, I won't. So I won't rub the balls. But I will see you soon.
Bye.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the Fay What Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ+ media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the Fay What Show. Get the